Hello. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Watch Alex for the Apple event. Hey, listen, I ain't even going to try to compete, bro. If you guys want to watch the Apple event, go. I didn't even realize it was today, so you know what, man? Not even going to try to compete. Annie, thank you so much for the first time chat here, man. Happy to see you. Hello, how are you? Schmore, thank you so much for the tier 1. Arms, what's up? I am Mo, what's up? Grid, Shark, Mauve, Alberto, Idiom, Palady, Fried. How you guys all doing? Zizao, Water, Snick Rep, Kopi, what's up, dude? Cisco, what's up, man? Alexotos is better than Apple event. Damn, thanks, Zany. What's up, Alex? Hope you had a solid one. I'm chilly today, but I don't want to wear a sweater because then I'm too hot. It's one of those days. So, I mean, weird problem to have, not a bad problem by any stretch of the imagination. Alex, I'm doing so well. Had a blast this weekend with Astrobot. Gonna build my 810E this week, and we got the fossil on Sunday. Yeah, dude, this is a big stream week. There's actually 1 or 2 streams I'm gonna schedule in, which means more giveaways. Because today's giveaway, it's in a box, but it's the Orion 87 from Kindle Star. It is it's a pretty nice looking keyboard, actually. It didn't get a whole bunch of coverage back in the day, and it was a shame. And I was looking at it today, I'm like, this is a pretty board. So figured we might as well give it away. I have a question for you. Which one of these boards would you not buy? Oh, man. You know, out of all of those, I think I like the Matrix 8XV the least. But I mean, they're all fantastic boards. That's like comparing 3 pieces of excellent meat and say, which one would you not eat? I'd eat them all. That looks delicious. You know? That's a good lineup, dude. No, not the Kindle e-reader. No. It's a nice looking TKL, though. I think you guys would really like it. We'll unbox it later. Because I have it like, I took it apart and put it back in the box after we built it that one time. Because I thought I had to send this back, but I didn't. So this is going to be a little giveaway for today. It's the silver black, like gray black type thing. What's up, though, everybody? It's a pretty sharp design. Yeah, it's a nice looking board. Trying to decide between the Scarlet and the Milan right now. Both are on sale for great prices. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with either or. So, personally, pretty nice. So, okay. Lumen Key will be sometime this week. Oh shit, did I turn all the cameras? One sec, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot to check. Okay, we're good. It'll be sometime this week. I just don't know when I'm doing the Lumen Key. If I'm being real, like, I need to keep this a buck with you guys. Sometimes I'll do a whole month long full of scheduling, and I ask everyone, vendor-wise, everyone, can I have stuff in advance? Can you let me know in advance when you think something's gonna release? So it's just easier to kind of fit in a week, and I feel more comfortable, like me personally, like, you know, maybe even people can get more of a heads up on when we do things. You know, it's everybody. It's not just me. But a lot of the times we get things and it's like, oh, by the way, we released this in 4 days. What can you do? It's like, well, this is tough. This is one of those situations. We're going to be building it soon-ish. Sometime this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, probably leaning towards Thursday, but we'll see. I'm not too sure. Boxster, thank you so much for the Prime, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I wanted to get my haircut today, but I don't know. Just tired, man. Today's been busy. Today's flying by. I've had no time to like sit down. I had lunch. That was about as much time I had to sit down today. Speaking of pretty, built my Margot yesterday. Question, do you like your Margot? Like, how did you build it? Did you end up kind of gasket mounting it, or did you leave the silicone? How you be streaming while I'm at work? I know, I'm sorry. It's a nice early day today for streams, though. It is quite nice today. All right. So, little filling you guys in on some fun stuff here. Enigma, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Little filling you guys in. Actually, we'll switch back to this view for a second. Pretty much the next month of streaming with the giveaway stuff, I'm hoping everyone has been enjoying it. I might do this every year in September now, because it seems like this is just way easier to kind of digest. So maybe this will be a reoccurring thing. Also, I had the funniest email this morning, in a good way. It was a positive email. Violet, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Party hat, happy partner anniversary.
Thank you. Someone told me that they've never really watched my streams, and they started watching recently, the live streams, and they said the funniest bits on the live stream are you guys sending me the tier lists. And they said that some of the days that we watch it, they can't agree with my takes, but they're laughing at me so much. I don't know why, man. That made me happy. I'm glad we found a little thing with those tier lists, but God, dude, I get roasted during those, dude. I was looking back last night on that one there. Yo, you guys fucking roasted me after that. It was so bad, dude. Hope you had a good stream. Thanks for always being a bright light in the community. Thank you, Brandon. I'm trying. I'm glad Alex's awful takes make for such... They're not that awful. One time I had a good takes, didn't I? Can we do one today? Yeah, sure. My face when Alex gives away his login to Adam to end September giveaway month. Adam's cut off, bro. The tier lists are great. When are we doing the anime one? Shit. Okay, the anime one sounds like it's going to be a long day. And also, keep this in mind too, Beldwink. On a real note, I haven't really seen a lot of the more recent animes. I've been watching a show called From. That's been okay. It's not an anime, but I haven't like, anime is something like I'll watch a few stuff from the season and then like I lose interest. And it's not that I don't like anime anymore. I love it. It's great. I just don't know. There's not much these days that I'm like super pumped up of watching. I finished watching, was it 89, I think it was called. I think Kaiju number 8 had to be my absolute favorite anime in the last little bit. No, I haven't finished Frieren yet. You know, I started it and then I stopped because me and my friend were watching it and then we just stopped. Like we got busy with something else. So From is so cool but flawed. I liked it but also kind of hate it. It's frustrating the living crap out of me so far, Fried. Like the show From. It is so frustrating. Only because, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, because I think it's relatively new. Frustrating, whatever. You know what I mean, okay, Toby? It is just not very, like, I don't know, there's aspects of the pacing that kind of bother the crap out of me, dude. Flusterating. We'll call it flusterating. Monday anime talk? Not really anime talk. I haven't really been watching too much anime, so I definitely want more shows in the Pacific Rim space. They're so good. Pacific Rim space? Did they do some stuff like that? Oh, you know what they did? They did do Pacific Rim stuff. Frieren and Apothecary Diaries, his #1 anime season was absurdly good. Wait, what's Apothecary Diaries? I'm gonna Google this right now. I mean, you guys know more about this than I do. Apothecary Diaries. Also, let me know if the music's too loud. I feel like it might be, but it also could just be my headphones. I've not even heard of this. Okay, I'm down to check this out. Yeah, I need stuff to watch. Did I tell you guys the story about Lost? Did I tell you guys, like, what happened with that? Why I started watching it and then I suddenly had to wait now? I don't think I did I? It's a funny story. Maybe I didn't. The anime season's Omega Mid. I'm bored waiting on Dandadan? I don't even know what that one there is. Dude, there's so many animes now. Okay, so let me quickly explain to you guys what happened. So I started watching Lost, right? I've already seen it. I watched it when it aired. Okay? So this is me going back to it now and just kind of looking at it through a different lens. I know what happens in the anime, the show. I know the characters. I know the ending. It's nothing new to me, but it is kind of cool so far watching it again from a different perspective. Especially watching now that you kind of already have an idea of the show and then watching it over again. So I've been really enjoying it. I've been watching the first season, and then one day I was watching, like, I don't know what episode it was, but it wasn't very far into it. And you know how, like, I think it's fair game that we can talk about Lost, right? Am I wrong or right on saying this? It is fair game, right? I can talk about it. It's been that long. I need your guys' confirmation on this one, or else I won't talk about it. Way too lucky. Thank you so much, man. Go off. Okay, so you know how there's no bump a time traveler? Okay, So, you know how in Lost they tell you backstories of all the characters? So one day I decided that, all right, I usually watch stuff on my computer. I'm one of those people who just kind of like, chill in front of the same desk all day and watch the same shows. But one day I was like, all right, I'm going to go watch stuff on our TV because I just kind of wanted to also go lay down. And not for nothing, like sometimes chairs aren't the best thing in the world to sit down in. So I went to go watch stuff in front of the TV. And my girlfriend came down and she started watching with me. And it was the backstory on, I can't remember the characters' names, but it was the 2 Korean characters. And she assumed I was watching a K-drama. Because, truth be told, like, when you watch that particular episode out of context, it kind of looks like a K-drama. And she was so mad at me because she loves K-dramas. And she's just like, how are you watching a K-drama without me? So I just, like, played into it. I was like, my bad, I didn't know you wanted to watch this K-drama with me. So then I got her hooked on Lost now. So now she's watching Lost with me. She thought it was a K-drama for a hot minute. So I have to wait now to watch shows that with her. Alex versus the Apple event? You can pick the Apple event. I'm not going to be upset, dude. Must work. I shall return. Alright, guys. Today is a very themed out build. I decided that I'd use the Typface universe. We're building the Typface Monospace today. Turns out she just likes TV shows. I mean, she's really enjoying it so far. I think the concept of Lost was really good. And for the most part, the character development of Lost was top tier. And I think that's why a lot of people liked Lost. No? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am incorrect. Alright. Let me grab the board. So, the client today is not a review. Today is just a regular schmegular stream day. The client today did want to see if we can min-max this board and have it be plateless. Now, sometimes that's possible, but unfortunately, I did try it out before stream. This PCB is super cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't really stay too well, so I ended up just not min-maxing this. It would have been really cool because we're using a half plate today, but we still will min-max the spacebar. Dude, this PCB is pretty sick. Lost also still so good because it was shot on film and most shows at the time were on digital. I mean, it definitely has that nice look to it for sure. I agree completely. Unrelated, but I'm super hyped that I was able to snag modern materials from NK today. Yeah, they're doing pre-orders because technically it's another batch that we're getting. So, Alex is better than the Apple event. Thanks, man. So, we're doing this board here. Now, because this is a client build, I don't know all the details of the board. We can quickly look at it if you guys are interested, because genuinely kind of an interesting board. So this is the same company that did the board that I'm using now, and this is called the Monospace. I don't know what it retailed for. I don't even really know I guess it's an O-ring and a top mount. And then what's the front height and stuff? Front height's 18.7 mil. I haven't even opened the box for the board yet. Like, I just looked at the PCB. It's an interesting layout. It's considered an 1800 sort of thing. Very interesting. It's a southpaw. So Norse is so lovely. Thinking of picking it up. Yeah, dude, it's a nice set. It's the weirdest PCB I've ever seen. I kind of like it. I wonder if there's a way I can kind of check with this. Oh, it was like 310 CAD. Oh no, that's just the case only. You have to buy the PCB separately and the plate separately. Oh, so it was probably around $420, $430. Interesting. It even supports inverted numpad. Yeah, you can kind of see. Actually, that's one question I need to ask the client afterwards. So I'll probably DM them, see what see what they want for the thing here. Did I move offices? Yeah. We moved. We moved. I'm slowly setting everything up. I sort of showed everyone a little sneak peek of what my setup looks like the other day on stream.
44 months already?
Thank you, Fairness.
Been lurking for so long, my dude. Anyway, how are you doing? I am currently losing a bit of interest in the keyboard hobby. How are you dealing with downtimes like these?
Interesting question. Let me answer the other thing first so I don't lose my train of thought, but I have an answer for that. And thank you, Fairness. We didn't renovate or anything. We're slowly getting things ready here, but yeah, we had to move basically. So we moved. That's it. But how are you doing, Key Puppy? how do I deal with the downtimes in the keyboard hobby? It's interesting because I think my answer for this has slowly evolved. It is community at the end of the day. Like, the core aspect of why I can still be interested in something like this is community. Like, that is why I like doing the things I do. It's because I get to hang out with cool people. But at the end of the day, like, truly, when I'm able to not think about keyboards and just do my own thing, I'm hanging out with people I met in this space. So it's kind of a double-edged type thing where I can talk to the people I met in this space, and then when we want to flip that switch and all hang out and nerd out about keyboards, I talk to them about keyboards too. So there are sprees, like there are like long periods of time, I'd say, where like, yeah, maybe after we're done doing streams and all that, and like I shut my brain off for work, I can just chill out. We don't talk about keyboards. But then I swear to God, there's been like weeks on end where like me and other friends and many different friend groups, all we talk about is keyboards. So it kind of goes back and forth. I think right now I'm on one of those like long sprees where I'm like, I'm super interested in all the stuff coming out right now because it's all been super awesome. I think a lot of people burned out in keyboards during, hear me out, and I truly mean this, I think there was a lot of burnout when, for lack of a better word, budget keyboards were really popular. Because, truth be told, it all felt like we were being sold the same thing over and over and over again, just different variations. And I said that. I'm like, yeah, a lot of these things, like race to the bottom stuff, it gets boring. It was a necessary thing that had to happen in the hobby, obviously. But I think that's when people started getting burnout. Now we're seeing a lot of really cool small batch projects come back out. And I think that's kind of breathing a lot of life into the hobby right now again. So, yeah, dude, there's been some great stuff right now. Exactly where I am as well. Super hyped with stuff coming out. Dune 65 top of my list. You know, that board there is crazy reception people are having to it. It is a nice looking board for sure. But that's kind of my thing to you. It's the people, and I think even recently it's just been like, dude, the fucking keyboards that have been coming out lately have been insane. But about that, the next ClackyCon will be the last ClackyCon that I will participate in hosting with my mates from Clacky Keeps. Losing interest in keyboards, sadly. Hey, Fairness, hear me out. I love you, bro. Sometimes in our life, we have hobbies that might last us 5 years, might last us 5 weeks, might last us 50 years. Maybe it's a lifetime of being in the same hobby. It is your journey. It is your life. If you feel like your heart's telling you, hey, maybe I need to move on and find a different thing to occupy my space with, you live once, dude. It's corny saying that. I say do it, bro. We're gonna all miss you. You know, if you decide to, like, you know, fully move on from the hobby or whatever. But dude, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta follow what makes you happy. And if stuff's just kind of boring you, hey, you had fun with it for the time. That's all you can really ask for. That's it, man. I don't want to be like that guy who's just, no, you can never leave because you've already participated. I don't think that's fair either, you know? Oh, there was a hot swap PCB with this too, but we're not going to use it today. I guess instructions too, which is actually pretty cool. We got some stabs the client sent over. We have our half plate. This is carbon fiber. You know, I didn't even realize this is effortless. Damn, this is a cool looking layout. Interesting. Alex is the sunken cost fallacy. What do you mean? Like I am? I don't know, dude. Honestly, let me be 100 with you guys. If I lost interest in keyboards tomorrow, I would move my content to something I'm more interested in. I would hope that a lot of you guys end up staying. Right now, I am really liking the hobby. For me is like really fun. Oh, anti. Oh, my bad, disguised. But to say I would move my content in a heartbeat if I didn't find interest in it. I don't want to like fake it, you know? Nothing wrong with being like water and drifting back and forth. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that, Stiletto. To become more fluid in your hobbies, yeah. I mean, I go back and forth with cameras. Cameras I've always been very fluid with. I'm very like, cameras I'm interested today. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. Screws, daughter board. Oh, this is what they meant by O-ring. Cool. All right. Did I get my hands on some cherry oranges? I did a little while ago, Key Poppy. When did I do those cherry oranges again, guys? The Albedo, was it? And also, Key Poppy, you said you're doing some renovations too, I think you said? Renovating my place? What are you renovating? We got our switches, and let's take a look at this board. Right now, I'm on my honeymoon phase with my coffee journey. You know, the coffee hobby was a very straight shot for me. It was, I got into it. I slowly, Tim kind of guided me in the right direction. Even Lulstacks did a little bit too. I had some other friends kind of show me the ropes with coffee, and then I got 1, 2, 3 things, being a hand grinder, a normal machine grinder, and I got the pour over, and that was it. I haven't really had the will to go any deeper because I got it to a spot now where I'm like, I really enjoy my coffee, and that's it. That's all. That's the level of depth I'm going with coffee. I haven't dived into espresso yet, nor do I think I'm going to do it. So we'll see. Just shoot Nikon like me. Whoa! Way easier to prevent burnout. Oh, screw fell out. So I'm hoping this didn't scratch up the bottom at all. No, we're good. We're good. Thank goodness. Ooh. Wait, this is cool. Interesting choice on putting shiny weights on the internals. Damn. Yeah, the screws did not do super hot in transit here. Looks like they didn't damage anything though, so that's amazing seeing that. I'll have to tighten them all up though because they're all falling apart here. Wow, I've never seen this board in person yet. So it does have a cherry lip, and that's probably why they measured this a little lower, because I'm like, this feels a little thicker. Little cherry lip going on here, little chamfers on the top. Okay, if it wants to focus. Stepped back ridge over here too, which is kind of fun on this board. And then it has internal weights. And then a little accent piece, which I saw they offered some different accents on the website as well. Ooh, this is pretty. Yeah, this is nice. Definitely looks a little Geon inspired, but also not at the same time. And it looks like on the PCB, you can do a PCB mount, which I'm assuming is those O-rings, or a top mount via the plate. Oh, okay. It gives you Monike rebranded vibes. A little bit. I can see that. That's a good point too. Flyback. This is just me, but this is the thin side bezels, a little bit of a thicker forehead. Oh, I had someone on YouTube, they killed me with this, dude, because this probably is, they're like, oh, Alex, you saw it? You always call it forehead and chin. Can you call these cheeks? And I just kind of read that comment. I'm like, I don't know if that'll bode over well on Twitch, because people will think of different cheeks. This board has a numpad. Now you can be an adult with real money. God, dude, never forget that one, bro. Never forget. I would love this for work. I don't think this is just a client build today, guys. This is not I don't even know when this ran. I didn't even know this came out. I'm gonna be real with you guys. But it looks like it's out of stock. But it looked like it was about $410, $420, something like that. When did this run? Nice little PCB here. I tested this beforehand on stream too, or before stream when I was getting ready to Milmax this, but then I realized, oh, I should double check if the Milmax even works. Hi Ryzen, how you doing, man? Numpad equals rich. If you guys want the lore, the lore behind that is someone one time on a comment section in YouTube. I don't know if it was like rage bait, probably was, but it was funny nonetheless. They were saying that they can't understand why people will ever buy keywords without numpads, because it's clear to them that you don't have a real job if you're not entering numbers. So that one there hurt a little bit because I've never used a numpad. I don't know, man. One day I'll have a real job, guys. What keyboard is this? I'm late. This is the Typface Monospace. Well, yeah, it was like they're poor because they don't have a numpad. It was long-winded, way too lucky. They were like, you're poor if you don't have a numpad. You can't afford things. You don't have a real job type thing. It was long-winded. Long-winded and unnecessary. that was what they were trying to convey. I need a drink, though. My Bro is mad he don't have a moon tower. I'm a programmer, and I started developing some awful carpal tunnel pain, so I ordered my first Ergo keyboard, and it's an Alice layout. Keychron V10 Max. I haven't checked out anything from Keychron in a long time. I hope it helps in the long run. I know that the way that your arms are, like when you can have a more natural, wider kind of stance with your arms, it should help a lot. So I hope it really helps with that, Hyon. Let us know. I don't know if you'll stick around in the chat long enough for when it comes in and you can test it out, but I'd love to hear your journey with that too. How is it a job when you don't have a desk or an office? Get rid of Yeah, my bad, guys. All right, let me just quickly double check the layout. Let me just quickly open up my emails here. 1 second, guys. We're doing 7U spacebar, split right shift, and I think... Oh, actually, you know what? I need to know what... Are we doing standard or flipped? Flipped, I don't know about the... what's it called? The numpad. Oh, just normal numpad, they said. Never mind. So normal numpad for this. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stabs for today. Alex, would you be getting the sea bass? Which one's that one there? I feel like that's familiar sounding, but we're doing 7U. Chat, if you're experiencing pain, what helped me was actually exercising and stretching. You can use a grip strength trainer and dumbbell exercises. Yeah, I would also even look into something that I feel like doesn't get looked into enough is try to find a typing angle and even front height of a keyboard that's more comfortable for you as well. When I stopped using really high keyboards, like, dude, I don't think I've ever actually told you guys this, but when I was really into playing video games and like that's all I did all day long, I was using a keyboard that had a decently low front height at the time. Like I didn't even know, I didn't even click. But then I switched to a keyboard I bought on Amazon, and it was just really tall. And I remember using it, and I started experiencing some of the worst pain ever in my wrist. And I was like, damn, this hurts. And I just kind of pushed through it. I thought doing all these different things. And then when I switched to a different keyboard that was kind of like the same, which is gaming keyboards, I switched to another keyboard that I got, and it was lower. It was like a week in, my pain goes away. And it was really just kind of the way my hands were floating, and just kind of like I used a wrist rest that didn't help. It was painful. And I found that to be like the biggest cause for me. You might like the sea bass. Oh, it's by Nux Ross? Oh, I gotta check it out then. I will definitely check that out. I said 7, right? Yeah, didn't he also do the if I'm remembering correctly, the Crush? Apple Magic Mouse ergonomics are the play surely. I had one of those actually for a bit. I grew so tired of that so quickly. I found my old Logitech G11 at my parents' place. The G11 was... Which one again? Was that the gaming one? Like with the screen? Or am I thinking of the wrong model? Yeah, you definitely. I'd love to see it. Link it up. Let's put these away. Alrighty. And let's start clipping these things. Ooh, this is pretty. I'm mean, he seems to really like the polycarbonate stuff. Interesting. It's a cool desk pad, too. I mean, if he reaches out, I can maybe reach out to them, see if they want coverage for this, but... Huh. It was the gaming one? Okay. I have one in my bag for... Oh, you rarely use it? I just prefer the trackpads. I don't think it really looks like the Bauer Light per se. It kind of has a different vibe with that top-down blocker thing in the middle. I guess the polycarbonate that's cut out in the middle. I can see what you mean, just a smidge though, way too lucky. I kind of get it. Let me just quickly get my flush cutters so we can start trimming our cherries. Sounds a little weird. Hi Alex, hi chat. Hi Ryujin, how you doing? How are you? The backside looks really cool. Scroll to the bottom of the page. Yeah, I saw like the bunny. That was really cool too. Even the desk pad looked pretty neat. Did you guys see JJW's latest Instagram post? The Cloudline V2. And I saw that it looks like anyways, he put the cool part of the weight on the outside. So I'm probably going to get in on that. I'm hoping that I can even take a look at that board early, because I'd be super pumped up to look at that board early. But yeah, I definitely want that board. I still haven't built my original Cloudline, but I would love to get that one there with the weight flipped, basically. Like the cool stuff on the outside. The weight backside drapes, scroll to the bottom. Oh, we already done there. The new Cloudline V2 from JJW. It's like the 60 Crush. The Crush is super cool. I liked the Crush. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. There's the Instagram post. Thank you, V-Rug. Appreciate that. Ah, looks so good. You know what's sad too? I was on Instagram yesterday and this didn't get posted to me, and it got posted today because I guess Instagram knew I was not using the app much, so it actually showed me some content I wanted to see. It posted what it thought I wanted to see. God, I hate the algorithm. Does heavyweight mean good sound? No, not always. Design matters a lot too, right? Because if you make anything very resonant, which is, you know, we see that sometimes, not as much these days, but sometimes you get really kind of cheapy designs where maybe they put the weight in the wrong spot and it doesn't do much for the overall sound of the keyboard. But having a weight doesn't always mean you're going to have a good sounding board. It's really where you put those weights, the implementation on that. Like, you know, I've seen keyboards where they've went all out and they've put in like the coolest looking weights. You'd think it was done well, but then they make the keyboard float really high. So it'll be like a 24 millimeter front height, and there's a lot of space underneath the keyboard, and it sounds kind of empty, despite them having weights and stuff. So that really is like the major thing. It's like how you design things. I'm glad to announce that your stream won with Apple Conference. Thanks, man. I didn't realize the Apple thing was today. I'm not gonna lie. Or else I probably would have postponed the stream so people could watch that and not have to, you know, pick and choose. But you know what? I thought about it this morning. I was talking to some people on Discord. I'm not buying a new phone this year. Everything's too expensive, dude. My phone works just fine, and I don't even know what else I want or expect from my phone at this point here. The only thing I would care about is if the battery didn't die in like 6 hours now. That's it. So I don't even care anymore. Like, do I really need a new phone? Not really. Can I just read the cliff notes later instead of having to watch like the overhyped like... And now we have the all-new, never-before-done like space titanium meteorite gray color. It's like, no, I don't really care. Who cares? So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to watch it. I have the 14 still, and mine is scratched up. I've dropped it a million times. Mine's in pretty bad condition, but like it's fine for what it is. Like I really can't justify upgrading. Like I really don't know what else I want in a phone. So nice. Como, thank you so much. I appreciate the Prime. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know who else I appreciate? Silferino. You know how I said there's nothing else I want in a phone? Well, there's nothing else I want in a person because you're everything, okay, my friend? I hope you're having an excellent day today. My 5-year-old battery still lasts all day. Mine doesn't. I think it's just like whenever I play any games on my phone, like it's just instant battery wipe. And then if I use Google Maps, instant battery wipe. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just I use the phone so often. But I don't know. If your phone is nasty, wash it. Mine was gross the other day. Ava really tempted me right now to wash my phone. That's crazy. Only game I play on my phone is Pokemon Go. Dude, I've been playing Vampire Survivor like crazy. That has been like my go-to right now. Just straight Vampire Survivor. Building my Neo Ergo right now. Thanks for streaming as I build. Anytime, dude. What are you building it with? What switches? Definitely take it out of the case and give it a wipe down. Well, do you guys know that I don't have a case? I never do. I don't rock cases. My phone goes naked, bro. Neither does Insty. It's weird. That's why it's all scratched up. Wow, the screen is scratched because I rubbed my keys on it by accident, but I don't think the case would have helped it there. I hate scratches. The back of the phone's fine. It's the screen. I wash my phone in a sink. Didn't someone wash their keyboard in a sink too? Who was that? That was someone, right? I don't know if that was like a joke though. I built my Neo 70 while I was drunk. I did a really good job doing the stabs, I have to say. Hey, I don't know. I think it's awesome, bro. I'm going for a mecha theme, so HMX Evas? Ooh. There's a few of those mecha kind of keycaps you can pick from too. It wasn't a joke? Oh, it was Skara? Oh yeah, I remember this. Didn't someone like convince him that he could wash it in the sink? Did it work afterwards? He misunderstood XXW? Hold on. I need backstory on this because I didn't even know Patty said anything. What happened? I need to know. Did someone have like a full fucking timeline of the story? I need the background lore. I just know that he washed it in the sink. I had no idea XXW told him to do that. There's a clip. I need to see this clip. He literally drowned it in the sink. I think he spilled something and Patty told him to wash it. What the fuck? I like putting on this stream in the background while modding and building a keyboard. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, dude. I actually run a board's top case through a dishwasher, no internals or anything, though. Did that work okay? I have no joke 15 plus cases for my 15 Pro. I switch every few days, once a week, depending on what I feel. I mean, dude, you could be into it, and I have no hate for you at all. I just can't justify spending money on cases. I don't like them. They make me kind of upsetty spaghetti. Is this the video way too lucky?
So I was
Hold on. Where's my music? I need to pause my music. Hold on, wait 1 second.
talking to someone else about how to clean my keyboard because I wasn't super sure, and I was told that like I could using water and a little bit of like soap on a cloth, it would be like the easiest way to do it. And I didn't hear.
I wouldn't even do that.
So I was just like, oh, I can just run it under the sink. So I have a picture right now on my phone of me running my keyboard under my sink. And when I showed my friend, they were anyways, so it looks great because I fully cleaned it and all my keycaps. But I probably have to replace my PCB and the switches. So yeah.
I forgot about the switches too. I'm just thinking the PCB's dead. I didn't even think about the switches. Bruh. Which one did he have a key cult? XXW's point of view? Oh my god, there's many different points. There's lore to this, damn.
So Patty, what happened with Scarra? He asked me, can I use soap and water to wash my keycaps? I said yes. He asked, can I do the same thing with my board? And I wanted to make sure, so I went to Keycult's website to make sure he could use like soap and water. And Keycult's website said, yeah, you know. I linked him the Keycult thing where it says if you want to wash your board, you know, you can use warm water and soap on a rag to wipe down your case. And I said, yeah, I linked it to him. He didn't actually read it. All he saw was I said yes to soap and water. And that's what happened. And then next thing I know, he was like, sends me that photo, and I literally
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
I
You're
felt,
not really
you know, like
fine.
in
You just can't
animes
get
where
into
your
it because
soul
they
just
would
kind of
never
like
understand.
comes out of your body. That was me.
Man, that is unfortunate. That is miscommunication to the max. The picture is iconic. I felt my heart cave in there. Yeah, there's literally a photo on that video of the keyboard in a sink. That is crazy, man. If only we can actually do that. My boards are so dirty. I mean, dude, I would just get the blower thingy, man. Get the little compressed air thing and give it a nice clean. Who's saying that? Avo said his keyboards are dirty? Avo, bro, listen, let me keep it a buck with you. Let me be harsh, okay? Stop eating in front of your goddamn keyboard. I have no dining table, so move it over. Oh, Avo makes it seem like you can't move the damn thing. Oh my god. It's cat hair. I mean, yeah, just use the blower thing. Time to get one, Avo? Yeah, I guess so. Toss a towel over it. Avo might drop it if he moves it. It's too heavy for him. A mini vacuum? I use that little one from Amazon that I bought. I forget what brand it is. But I just got one from Amazon that I spent some money on. I just use that. Are subs not showing up? Oh. Did you... Nico, you might have to refresh the page if you did. I don't know why. Twitch is weird sometimes. And Twitch subs just don't show at all sometimes. I don't know why. It's just a thing. I find sometimes, even with Teja, like I'll go to sub to him and I have to like wait like 20 minutes for it to even pop up in my chat list. Oh yeah, there it is. Thank you, Nico. I appreciate that, man.
Ah, yeah, now it is here.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Unless I take it off the desk into a box, other boards I'll move. Eating not to 7V. So the 7V, like your dinner plate? That's how you know Avo's rich, bro. Avo stopped buying dinner plates a long time ago and he just cycles through his expensive keyboards. That's how you know he's like, he has money. He doesn't eat food like the rest of us. He just picks a random keyboard and says, I shall eat my steak on this tonight. Has Alex not heard the drop story? What's the drop story? What did Avo do? Which keycaps do you eat your caviar off, Alex? I use my boards as a pan. New Twitch layout just feels like shorts. Oh, are you on mobile right now? Dude, mobile sucks for Twitch right now. Avo got a lobster dish at Disneyland. He's that level of rich. Keyboards do not make very good... Wingy. You meant bowls, right? Or did you mean bowels? I think he meant bowls. I don't think keyboards make very good bowels either, though, to be on the record here. I don't think they make either one of those things work very well. The mobile UI is so bad. Yeah, everyone tries so hard to be TikTok. They don't realize that if everyone's the same, no one's going to use any of the apps. They'll just pick TikTok, the original one. He could have my laptop. It's a keyboard. Also function as a stovetop. Dude, laptops do get kind of hot. Like the older ones especially. Holy. My old gaming laptop way back in the day was like the worst. I can't upgrade my sub because of a known Twitch bug, and they said I just have to cancel my sub to upgrade my sub. Naturally, it's outside of the September promo. Oh, that sucks. Still resubbing without a thought though, but alright, that's still really annoying. So they can't give you they can't honor you giving you a discount either? So wait, they won't let you upgrade your sub to like a tier 2 or tier 3, whatever it is, right? With the discount, which is ridiculous. Isn't that like a bad thing for Twitch? Never mind, don't think about me here, but like isn't Twitch like losing money on that technically? Like they technically lost your sale. Twitch be weird sometimes, man. I think most gaming laptops are the worst. I mean, yeah, I don't disagree. Most are pretty abysmal when it comes to that. Twitch is losing money no matter what. You know, I don't really understand their whole business model and how they lose all this money, but what pisses me off at Twitch is the fact that you can't set Prime to auto renew. I mean, it makes sense. They want you to be active using the thing that they're paying out for. Apparently, it's because they're trying to find the root cause. I feel like that's like a one-day job. Yeah, just as a little thing here. If you guys do ever want to sub to anyone on Twitch, just do it on the computer because it's literally cheaper on the computer. Also, sometimes I use my Prime to different streamers. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. Why are they separate and why does mobile cost more? So, going through mobile makes you go through the Apple Store, for example, or whatever store is being present. And the store needs to take a cut of whatever revenue it's processing. Dude. Thank you, Elquan. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude. So instead of Twitch eating that cost, they upcharge you and they say, well, okay, if it's $8 to sub, whatever it is, well, now it's going to be $9 because we have to pay Apple 1. It's getting changed at the moment. Oh, the different prices everywhere? Oh, really? It's getting changed? I had no idea. Odds are the reason they don't want to auto-renew is in case you forget, they don't have to pay out. It is super scummy, and it's why I've always said, if you guys ever watch on your mobile phone and you do want to support, just don't support on the phone. It's just not worth the extra few dollars. So many stabs. God damn. iOS will start charging more for app users subbing through the app. It is super scummy though. The ability to support third-party payment options is being added via App Store and Google Play. Honestly, good. Unsub and resub? Yeah, that's true too. More or less stabs than cursed Void 65. I was going to give away the Void 65 this month if you guys want to wait for that. I don't know what day we're going to do it. Today we're giving away the Orion 87, but we will give away the Void too. That build there was funny though, man. That was a funny build. Honestly, it was a pretty decent build too. I like the Void. Turned out cool. Nice looking board. Fun layout. Optional layout, mind you. They did send me an email and said, yeah, we know about the issue with the funny layout not really working too super well at the O-ring, but they appreciated that I pushed through and did it anyways. I would love the Void. The scuffed layout is my favorite. Any timelines on the Reverie from Cannon Keys? Did I not put that in my month-long? Oh, you know what? I might have not have, because it's something new I scheduled in. The Reverie is going to be on the 17th. So a few days before the Group I goes live. There's no lid. My lid broke off. I keep forgetting. Patreon just got hit with the Apple bullshit this November. I don't know. Honestly, the whole like subsystem through mobile and iOS and stuff is, for any system, even outside of Twitch, is like always going to be weirdly done. I'd love the TB8. What happened to that? Did you have to send that back? The TB8. Did I send that back? I don't recall sending it back. Maybe I can figure out if it's... I think there was something wrong with that particular unit they sent me. So maybe I did send it back? Oh, the Tech Bear. I will triple check to see if I have that still. If so, we'll give it away this month. So nice. Mosey, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate the 20 months of being here, dude. There's going to be some really cool giveaways. Some really, really cool giveaways this month. It's only September 9th, so... Give it away in an early stream. I'll take a look at it. Maybe we can find it for next week. Hey Alex, and chat, do y'all have any GMK keycap sets based on ancient civilizations? There's also GMK Civ, which is sort of what you're talking about. Other than that, is there any other ones that are based on like ancient civilizations? Yes, there's Civ, which is the most obvious one. Civ's actually really nice. I think you'd like that. Oh yeah, is Lux considered one? Pharaoh. Oh no, I'm thinking of Pharaoh. Is it Pharaoh? Pharaoh or Lux? I don't know now. You know, I feel you on that, man. It's very cool to have that. Thank you to whoever mentioned GMK Modern Materials restocked NK earlier. Just placed my pre-order. Yeah, there's GMK Modern Materials that relist it. And then did you guys see the massive list we put up on Novel Keys too? Of other pre-order sets from the RIP vendors. Did you guys see those? GMK... Which one's that one there, Martin? Tribal... I wouldn't call Tribal, like, ancient civilization, though. Would you? It's definitely like it has inspiration of the past, but I don't know if it's considered something of an ancient civilization. Maybe I'm wrong. When I'm thinking like ancient civilization, I'm thinking like long time ago. So many keycaps, but I gotta hold off. Ah, dude, Elquan, I feel you there though. It is crazy. Because there's also like cultural sets too, you know. I just ordered Evil Dulce, going to put it on my event horizon to go with Bad Batch keycaps. You got those Bad Batch ones too? Oh no, yeah, yours were at the meetup. Never mind, Lego. I forgot it was you who had them. Dude, those were so nice, Lego. Hi, Manic. How you doing, man? Imagine one day just Alex just went, I actually prefer Alexander. Bro, nobody calls me Alexander. I think even when people are upset with me, rarely do I even get called Alexander. There's too many syllables. So that's literally why no one calls me that. So. I picked up the X-Ray keycap set and have been really enjoying him. X-Ray's really nice. Did those ship? Were they in stock? Yeah, there was portions of it in stock. Tribal Africa was there a long time ago. I wonder like the age of that too. Like what would the age of GMK Tribal, like I guess the inspiration behind it technically be? I'm curious about that. Now I'm curious. I want to know. What like age range would that be? Now I want to learn. The kit is massive. Which one? Have you seen the musical for Hamilton? They call him by his full name. Hamilton. What? Let's see. I have never seen it. No. The X-Ray kit. Oh yeah, the kit's massive. It is a big kit. Yeah. X-Ray's really nice though. I will say, the set that I think I really enjoy from that kind of style that KBD Fins does, I really like PBT Fins Emma. Emma's really nice. It's just a good shade of green, and I'm a big fan of green. Emma has to be probably my favorite one out of all of those crazy sets like that. One of the definitions of civilization, the society culture. Okay, so maybe it would I don't know what ancient civilization type thing would mean. Do you think they'll ever bring back PBT Fans Cookies and Cream? Did it do well? I didn't like Cookies and Cream Sneak. I actually thought that set was kind of weird looking. Only because I don't think it really captured Cookies and Cream too well. But I didn't think it did well. I don't know. I remember they sent over that set and I was a little bit not super impressed with it because it kind of looked dusty. Kabuki Joy was nice. Alright, PCB time. Let's put some stabs in and then test the stabs. Cookies and Cream though is making me hungry. I had a very small lunch and not for nothing, I'm so hungry right now. I know, Wingy, right? Fuck. We found, you know what's really crazy too? I'm going to talk about cooking for 1 second, and please no one get upset with me. You know what we're finding at the grocery store that's been like relatively decent price? Racks of ribs. Sometimes we'll go to a grocery store and we'll find like a full rack of ribs for like $7 or $8 Canadian dollars. And I kind of look at it and I'm like, because like sometimes depending on how much you get, you can even get like $13 and you get 2 racks. Sometimes it's even $14 for 2 racks. And like that's like 2 days worth of food technically. I don't know if it's a loss leader per se. I was thinking maybe they don't charge much for like the ribs themselves because there's a lot of cooking time involved. But like, I don't know, man, whenever we see them on sale, because normally they're like $30 for a rack. Sometimes depending on where you go, a little cheaper. But whenever I see them on sale for that price, I always pick up a set. Or pick up a pair of ribs, or pair of rack ribs, whatever you want to call them. Because, you know, I'm just like, damn, this will feed me for a while. Cooked full chicken's a loss leader for most grocery stores. Yeah, doesn't Costco do that? Update from the Apple event, new phone, no actual changes. So no different from the last like 7 years. That's unfortunate. And we're doing regular... Well, I need to check what's the regular numpad look like now? Dude, these random phone numbers keep calling me and they hang up immediately and I have no idea why. Kind of figured it would be the case. I think they're robocalls, yeah. It's driving me up the walls though, I'll tell you that much. It's Adam, he's pranking you? Pick up? Adam, you better be careful. Abel's a mod here now, man. It's Def Adam. Would you be concerned if it was me calling? No. I have clients call sometimes. My phone number is not like a secret or nothing. I'm going to be honest though, unless I recognize the number, a lot of the times I no longer pick up. I just don't care enough. Half the times, I think this is okay, I want to speak on behalf of all of us Canadians. I'm pretty positive this is more of a Canadian thing. Because I've talked to some friends from the States, and they tell me that it's not as big of a problem. Our robocalls here and spam calls are crazy. Like I get like, I'm not even kidding you, 3 or 4 calls a day, and then I get like 2 or 3 different text messages a day being like, hi, this is Suzanne from like this company. How are you doing? But it's pretty bad. I have that issue in the States too. Okay, I've had some friends say it's not really an issue in parts of the States, but it is bad. Like the most I've gotten in one day had to be like 15. You just got a new number and it's happening to you? Yeah, like I sit there and it's just like it's auto-generated numbers. It'll all be like the same 3 digits, and then it just goes like in order for the last 4 digits. So it's really bad. I get so many fake UPS texts and all this. Yeah, they're really like the text messages drive me up the walls the most, because like at least the phone I can just look, and then the text messages sometimes I don't realize like, okay, did I put in something? I don't know, like what is this? But it's real bad, dude. All right, so we got this done. I don't know if the client's in chat right now, but just to make sure this is the layout we want. It's a big boy, so we got to make sure the layout's all good. I love this PCB, by the way. This is such a cool PCB. Look at that. It is such a cool PCB, dude. I rarely get spam calls. I always get them, man. They're so annoying. Yeah, the silk screen on this is gorgeous, dude. This is technically regular numpad, so we're going to do it like this. Imagine if those were flex cuts. Oh God, please no. Rank best PCB design of all time. Oh, what an interesting question. You know what PCB designs I truly love are the ones from Protozoa. I don't think there's anything that even comes close to how I feel about the Protozoa ones. I love the ones from Protozoa. Like, you're just talking about Silkscreen, right? Unfollowed by Angel? I mean, Angel first, and then Proto... No, I'm being real. I really like the Protozoa ones. Angels are really nice, too. I actually have one of Angels on display. It's right here. Because I think these are super dope, too. It's literally the first thing you see when you walk in... Like, the first keyboard you see when you walk into this room. These are Angels. They're really nice. I love them. And the fact that you can actually see it in the case is really cool, too. No? Yeah, I like them, too. They're great. Put this back now. It's a glass keyboard, yeah. Is mine? Is that silkscreen? How do they get the images on there? Yeah, they silkscreen them. That looked amazing. Yeah, it was a really fun keyboard. There's a lot of crazy ones. It was a glass one, yeah. All right, let's start putting in our switches here. And then we'll also mil-max the spacebar as per requested. Hey Alex, don't you feel guilty for getting people hooked in this hobby? I started watching your videos 6 months ago and I have 3 keyboards. I hope you're happy because I am. Lots of love and thanks for being the way you are. The truth is, you know what the truth is? I think the thing that makes me the happiest isn't so much people buying stuff. I mean, I guess there's a level of like, cool, I convinced someone to buy something that they really loved and they're enjoying it. I think my biggest proud moments of like the hobby, there was one moment that I think I've told you guys that really put a lot of things in perspective of what I say matters to some people. And I said, okay, well, I have to be very responsible. Like, I want to be the most responsible person I can, to the best of my ability anyways. And it's when I got an email, it was a while ago, it was a few years ago now. And I've always talked about financial responsibility in hobbies. And I've shared my own personal stories. And I had someone message me. It was a mom messaging me. She sent me a long email, and they basically read that her son was getting into keyboards, and he watched a lot of my content, and he had an allowance that his parents gave him every day, or every week rather, I guess. And it was like a few dollars. It was like $10 a week for an allowance. So apparently he saved up like 3 or 4 months worth of allowance or something. And it was also his birthday, so the parents gave him like $100 or something like that. And in her email, it read, after all that, it basically said that like the mom knew the kid wanted a keyboard, and the mom's like, listen, you're allowed to buy the keyboard. And this is the part that really got me. I'm like, shit, okay, I gotta start like really being a good, responsible role model. She basically said that like he actually said no, and he didn't want to buy the keyboard after the mom gave him permission. And then the reasoning why, when she asked why, was, well, because Alex said I should wait until I have more money, so that way there I'm not left with $0. And he was following, you know how we always talk about the 3 times rule? He was just following that because he was young. And she said that she could care less about the keyboard in that case. It just meant a lot to her, coming from like a family who didn't have a whole hell of a lot, that she was now able to like confidently have like this ideology of like being able to save some money. And I think that really put a lot of things into perspective
gifted
for
a
me.
tier 1 sub to Sept.
Thank you, Coffee. Appreciate you, dude. So that put a lot of perspective into like, okay, you know, it's not just people buying keyboards anymore. It's like, you know, there's actual things I should really worry about, and like deeper subjects we should touch here and there, and I don't know, just things like that. So thank you, Coffee. But she said that meant a lot, and she was really thankful. And there's been other little moments too, like seeing people's friendships just completely evolve. Oh my, this leg is just not having it today. I was just telling my friend about your 3 times rule and the way you promote it, and just how refreshing it is to hear a perspective instead of people pushing you to buy something even when you shouldn't, because the creator benefits from it. Yeah, that is actually, I don't mean to like harp on this point, but that's actually one thing that I've always felt uncomfortable doing. I don't like pushing affiliate codes. I don't like doing any of that stuff. I'll list them in certain cases, but I try to do it in such a passive way. And I try to always be transparent about things, of where those links are. And I don't ever be like, okay, remember guys, now is the 15th time I have to tell you guys to go buy this stuff here. Because I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable doing that kind of stuff. It's good to stop and think whether you want to spend that amount of money or not. I had that with TechBear 8. It's so pretty, but I don't want to spend the money on a keyboard, Nintendo Switch, or something else that I actually need to maybe save up for and get a new mattress. That is exactly the mentality, though, I love, though, because at the end of the day, and this is what I want people to kind of understand too, like, you don't have to spend money in order to participate in this community. Air mattress, Evo air mattresses, actually, high key, if you get a good air mattress, they're pretty comfy. But you don't have to spend money. And I would rather people save up for stuff that truly matters rather than a luxury goods. And I've always called these keyboards luxury goods. You can argue with me about budget keyboards and whatever you want, but they are truly just a luxury to own at the end of the day. God, dude, cherry pins are sometimes the most irritating pins ever. All right, this pin's no good. This pin just keeps... Buy pin. We're going to move you to the side for now. Rip pins. Ugh. I took my Neo 65 to bed last night. I pressed all of its buttons. Huh? No, cherry pins are super delicate, dude. That's why I always flip it over to check. Alex, do you feel like you would like a 32-inch display or is it 21? Okay. If I had the money, way too lucky, I would have loved to get the XDR because I did do a in-store thing where I scheduled time for myself at the Apple store to really check between the two monitors, the 32-inch Apple one or the 27. The 32 was or whatever the XDR size is, 31, 32, it was the perfect size. I would love a little bit more real estate here for sure, but I just couldn't justify the cost at the time. I'm sure there are better options now for Apple stuff or just good monitors that have that same level of calibration and stuff like that too. But the 27 I think is fine. So I wouldn't buy the XDR, but looking at some BenQ displays. Oh, there isn't. The BenQ stuff, if you can get something a little bigger on BenQ side, then yeah, I probably would have went with the 32. I am finding myself wanting to move the monitor further back so I get more desk space. So yeah, I think going a little bit bigger and then just making the font size a bit bigger so I can read from that distance is probably my future ideal. But yeah, if I want to stick with the Apple ecosystem, dishing out, what is it, $6,000 for a monitor just really isn't in the cards right now. Really doesn't work too well. My stupid monitor stand takes up so much space. I need a mount. Dude, a good monitor arm is the way to go. I was thinking about mounting this one to a wall, but I actually have it. It's a little further up right now, but I actually have, it's on a monitor arm right now. And then I ended up just wanting to put the camera stuff behind. So that's kind of what I did. I will admit, it is kind of nice having to move the monitor, and you get a lot more flexibility with having it on an arm that's mounted to the desk rather than on the wall, it seemed like. The wall ones kind of all felt kind of crappy when I went to go look at them. Is it possible to see how your monitor is set up? If you go... When was it, guys? When did I show everyone my setup on stream? Was it 2 or 3 days ago? I did show everyone. I just don't remember what day it was. Was it yesterday? Or no, it wasn't yesterday, was it? Show and tell. Okay, maybe I can do it again today, but you guys have to let me build this board first. Other than that, if you guys just want to not wait, I think it's on 2 days ago stream or there was it was the beginning of a stream in the last week. I just don't remember which stream it was. I don't know if someone wants to do the research for everyone here. I don't remember what day it was, man. That's embarrassing. Was it the Albedo stream? Then yeah, it was that one there. The client said they lubed and filmed these themselves, and I have to admit, it seems like they did a pretty bang up job on this. Seems pretty good to me. Building the board on a board building stream. Okay, buddy. Did I say that? My brain's not 100%, dude. Is it different from when you uploaded it to IG? Oh, it's way different. Yeah. It's a smidge different now, the way I've done it, all of the setup for stuff. The biggest difference is I no longer have a bunch of stands everywhere. I actually have things attached to the wall now, which has always been kind of my dream to do. Because having a bunch of C-stands everywhere is the absolute worst. Showing us your setup? Oh. Yeah, we can... I mean, once I get the full setup done, I am so down to just take the camera, put it on a little tripod, and then show you guys around. I'll actually do that. Wall mount, best mount. I miss mine, but we don't want to put holes in the wall where we are right now. I totally understand. I decided to do it here, Manic. But bro, at my last place, I was... Okay, let me explain to you guys the difference, though. This is not a new place, okay? Like, this is a building that's been around. My old place was a new build, like the one we rented last. And, bro, I am not even kidding you guys. The paint on the walls was so cheap that it, like, just the paint. I'm going to talk about the paint here. That if you, like, rubbed it the wrong way, if you put your hand and you leaned on it, you'd leave streak marks. And there was one day where I was talking to my girlfriend, I leaned my head against the wall just to, like, stretch, and I was just kind of doing my thing. I got up, and she, like, pointed her finger at the wall, and I look, and there was, like, a big dent from me leaning my head against the wall. I didn't hit my head against the wall. I leaned it. So I was afraid to do anything with those walls. Big head? Bro, that's crazy, Adam. I was so afraid to touch those walls, dude. Has a tough head, man. That's not a wall. That sounds like cardboard. Walls are solid. True. Honestly, you're not wrong, though. The drywall there was terrible. Like, it was the worst quality anything. I remember we had to get it patched up at one point because we dropped... we were building something from IKEA. And you know the IKEA table legs? Well, we knocked it over by accident. And those things aren't heavy by any means. And we put, like, a dent in the wall from that. So we had to get the wall patched up there. And then I also... I think I ended up putting a little bit of tape on the wall one day. And when I went to go peel it off, like, just masking tape, like, part of the paint peeled off. So there was just a lot of, like, crazy problems with that. Crazy things. Are these gonna fall over? Ooh, these are. That probably explains why I didn't think these were so secure. Okay, let me see. How are we gonna do this? I rented a new build condo and it was exactly like that. You close the door and the wall sort of shakes. Was your door like this too, Sin? Since you can kind of relate here. We had doors that were made of drywall. Like, I wish I was joking, but the doors were made of drywall. Like, they were hollow. And they were terrible. Like, they weren't not solid doors. They were flimsy. We'd close the door and you'd still hear exactly... No. I'm not talking about hollow wood doors. Like, they were not made of wood. You want to know how I know that? Is because part of when we dropped the table leg, it bounced into the door as well. And it also put a hole in it. If it was made of just a thin wood, I totally get it. Like, you want to save some money. But it probably wouldn't have put a hole in it. So, it was pretty bad, man. That was an experience to really enlighten me onto not wanting to get something that's... Like, it really makes you want to research, I guess the builders. Okay, to be fair though, Mr. Coffee, our main door at our last place was a solid wood door. Like, the door in and out. But, like, all the bedroom doors... They were not real doors, bro. I'm to this day convinced that's not normal. Because I have never seen a place like that. Even visiting other friends in, like, their condos over the last 10 years, never seen that, dude. Hollow core wood doors are super common. I know what a hollow core wood door feels like, though, Jake. And these did not feel like it, bro. Like, I'm telling you, they were not normal. Like, there's no way that day that when it leaned over and keeled over and just kind of fell, like, you know, just like there's no way we put a hole in that thing. There was no way. But yeah, there was a hole in the door. The doorknob fell out. Yeah, That's irritating too. Glad I didn't miss that much. Oh yeah, we're kind of building a little slower today because there's a lot to build, so. Although I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip this over nicely. Worked as a hardware store way back when. A lot of doors inside homes are hollow. It's hard to explain. I feel like I should have shown you guys when we were moving out. But yeah, it was terrible. The paint quality was terrible. Just so many fucking issues with that place. Barn doors are great. Yeah, I don't mind them. Name and shame. Well, I don't know anyone there, so. In my college apartment, the doorknobs fell out, though. We haven't had doorknob problems ever. Do I like the Void? Yeah, the Void was nice. I thought the Void turned out pretty cool. There's a lot of different layouts you can do that I think are really fun. Some different mounting styles. I thought the board turned out pretty fun. I didn't have any like major issues with it. I think I spoke obviously more in detail during the stream, but it was a pretty good board, I'd say. Is it common for keycap manufacturers such as Keykobo to send you 2Ks? Unfortunately, I hate having to say this, but like I've had it happen a few times. It's I would say it's uncommon, but Keykobo in particular, if we're talking about them as a specific brand, because you mentioned all keycap manufacturers, they've been having a lot of problems lately with shipping things, it seems. So I would say that. I'm gonna get the Milmax sockets. I would say, yeah, it's weirdly common of them lately. They need to get their act together a little bit. I told Unikeys about that. I don't know. There's a lot of vendors that deal with Keykobo, but I'm close with Unikeys at the very least. But yeah, they seem to be needing to get their act together recently. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, I wouldn't be like off-put from ordering from them personally because like the vendors take care of you. Yeah, but it is a bit annoying to receive a set and you're like, oh, I got two of the same things. Oops. Alex, have you lost weight? I have. Can you tell? Can you guys even tell? I feel like it's been a very slow burn, but yeah, I have definitely lost a whole bunch. We'll do it the other way around. Face looks slimmer. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I've been really trying to not even just be active per se, but yeah, I've been doing a lot of eating better is the main thing and moving around. Ooh, these sockets are a little tough to put in today. You look taller too? Thanks, man. Today's one of the good days. Do you feel better? I feel more mentally alert, which I think is the biggest difference. If anyone's ever considering like one reason to start eating right and maybe moving around more, the mentally alert aspect of this is definitely like something that's, I'd say, really noticeable. Looking 5'11", a 5'10" dude looking 5'11", bro. I love that. Okay, this particular one's not going in nicely. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't Milmax this board, because this board is not very much liking the sockets. There we go. Sockets are quite tight for this. Okay. Like vitamins and minerals. Oh, the supplements? I have supplements once in a blue moon. Although I've been really bad at taking those recently. I saw 2 switches jump there. Yeah, they're not very super secure in the alpha section here. So we're probably gonna have to grab just like a 60% plate or something. we're gonna have to do a little flipping over here. Do I have a metal bit? I should. Hold on 1 second, guys. Grab this out here. Although I don't know if this will work as well as I wanted it to. Okay, if this doesn't flip very well, we'll fix it. Oh no, we're good, we're good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Time to solder. So let's turn on our iron and let it heat up. Also, thank you guys for everything today. Morgan J thought he could fool us by wearing Alex's clothes. Guess not. Hello, hello, Mark. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Does Gion make some sort of fancy switch holder for plateless half plate? I don't know if there's one for half plates, but I know he does one for plateless. Okay. Let me just... We'll do the alphas first. So I'll probably just do one leg for all the alphas. Although I am seeing one switch that I'm gonna have to redo. That the pin's bent. Oh, there's two switches. Oh no, that's on the top anyways. That's with the plate. It's okay. Those will be done afterwards then. And then solder is right here. Aaron, did you message me on? Can you message me on Twitch or send me a DM on Discord so I can get you your prize keyboard? By the way, guys, if by which we probably won't. I know today's a bit of an off day. If we don't hit the goal today, it's just gonna carry over to next stream. That way, it's not like the subs get, lost or anything. But the goal will just carry on to the next stream. Either way, we're giving shit tons of keyboards away this month. That one there needs to be redone too. W, thanks, man. Surprised the cherry switches didn't sit very nice in this PCB. Usually cherry switches fit pretty nicely. Subpar, what's up, dude? The switches lost weight too. Oh, Lemon, honestly, I don't even think they ever sold that screwdriver kit. They told me to check it out, and I did. Now, I told them it's a really nice set, and then I never saw them release the screwdriver set. So I don't know if something happened, but to my knowledge, it never got released. So I'm just going to do one leg on all of these and then go back in and realign some of these switches or just press them in. Space Marine 2 has finished installing. All my friends have been playing that. I heard it's really good. Considering getting it tonight, maybe I'll install it too. Haven't really bought a game in a while, it feels like. What switches in the universe? Oh man, I don't remember what switches are in the universe now. It's been a little while. I'd have to give it a little peek here in a bit. I'm rebuilding my ripples right now, defoaming it. It sounds too foamy. Yeah, ripples and foam are probably a pretty foamy combo, huh? This switch didn't sit 100% nicely there. Was it cream sodas? Damn. Okay, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go over every single switch here. I'm going to hold them in and press them into place. You might not hear anything, but this is just going to ensure they're sitting flush against the PCB. In case anyone wants to know what I'm doing and why I'm focusing so much here. We're just kind of going over the one pin that we soldered, reflowing it, and then pushing it into place. Sometimes you'll kind of hear a snap on some of them as it's like kind of settling into place, but looks like we did a pretty good job on the top row here. Although I can see some are very flush. If you guys are wondering why this is an important step, because having switches flush to your PCB, believe it or not, does actually affect the way your keyboard sounds as a whole. Like that one there just had a big shift there. So I can't recommend doing this enough. It's a very important step in getting your keyboard sounding good. It's a bit more tedious, but if you're soldering things in, especially for a plateless build, extremely important. And just give it a second after you reflow it so it can sit and cool and then lock into place. Doing it the right way, I try. What a disappointing Apple stream. Hey, I'm sorry you guys had to go through that, man. Real sorry about that. I did see 2 pins here and here. It really is them wanking themselves for however long this has been. I just don't expect much from them anymore. It's weird, but I think the best Apple thing to come out in the last, like, 5 to 10 years, truly, has been their M1 chips. And they're just their silicone, basically. I don't think their devices... I don't think I give a fuck about their devices anymore. I just like their M1 chips. Why did it say March on the solderware? Because that's when we started using it. And Insty wants us to track it to see how long it lasts. Which I told him I do think it lasts quite a bit though. Just making sure all of our pins are good. One more pin I see at the top of my head there. God, these cherry pins suck today. Apple Silicon is insane. Yeah, that's literally the only thing they've done that's... Like, their ecosystem's super good. I like it personally. You know, their AirPods might be also very good too, but, like, it's not revolutionary in my mind. Their M1 chips have been a game changer. Everything else just works well. Like, their software works well for me at the very least. But there's not, like, they haven't had, like, a new feature on a device that I've been like, whoa, cool. I think their phones have gotten really lazy. So, I don't know. It's the same but new colors. Basically, yeah. Okay. One second, guys. No room on my desk today. I need to go back to using the trackpad. I don't know why I stopped. What fume extractor do I have? It's the one from Koto. Is it Koto? Said somewhere on here a long time ago. I don't remember where I put it. Excited for the Dune 65? Dude, I am still so shocked on how well that video is doing on YouTube. I didn't realize it would be such a popular board release. My workplace basically forces me to work with the Apple product ecosystem, but when it works, makes you feel like you're in a minority report. When it doesn't, makes you regret everything. I understand that. I think if I'm being... So, based off my personal experience with the Apple ecosystem versus my Windows, what I found that Windows worked well for certain things, and it definitely felt like in some cases I got like supercharged in terms of power for certain things. But when Windows for me didn't work, it was just like the weirdest hassle to try to figure out why something didn't work. And I just felt like Windows kind of did its own thing for a little while, like my Windows computer, and nothing ever felt like consistent with my computer. It'd be like inconsistent issues, it'd be parts that didn't work well with other parts, and it was just frustrating, and it was a lot of diagnosing parts, and I hated that about my Windows computer. Like, literally had to be one of the worst things that I had to deal with on that system. With the Apple stuff, the reason why I made my switch to the Apple for all my work stuff was because I'm not a really super power user of Apple. And everything, for the most part, like I had a MacBook, and that's why I knew, like, okay, let me just switch. Everything kind of just works here, and I like it. And I like the fact that I can seamlessly move over to my phone or my laptop or my tablet. And I haven't had a day where I'm like using my Apple computer and then a part suddenly just stops working with another part because of some driver update. And then the AMD parts on my Windows computer at the time was like the nail in the coffin. Because, Jesus, dude, I'm not gonna lie, when I was having all those issues with the whole PCIe lanes not working with my USBs and all this other random crap that I couldn't get like my cam links to work properly, I just said, listen, I had enough of this. Like, I had enough. And I ended up, actually I didn't tell you guys this much, but I ended up trading in a lot of those parts. And I just said, okay, enough is enough. And I ended up getting an Intel processor and an NVIDIA graphics card. Because I couldn't stand the AMD parts anymore. They were just driving me up the walls. For the most part, it's worked well for now, but I really haven't done much with it other than play like a video game or two. Like, that's all I've done with that whole entire computer. No zoom in to mustache is so bad, so F Apple. I know that feature's gone. Ugh. Speaking of, what parts did I choose? Oh, okay, I'll tell you guys the parts. I ended up going with an i7, and then I ended up going with a 4070 Super. Because I got the 4070 Super at a really good price. And that's all I need. And then everything else I kept the same for my Well, the motherboard obviously had to change too, but... No, I rebuilt mine a while ago, Gio. Oh, no, I'm still using the Mac Studio, Gio. I'm never replacing my Apple thing unless I have to. Hi, by the way, Gio. How are you doing? I hope things are well. You gotta undervolt the CPU, lock the core clocks. Even on the i7, I thought that was just the i9. I'll take a look at it. Maybe I have to do that still. I don't really get on it much though these days. I'm not gonna lie. Rarely that I do. I mean, AMD started off good. It's just, I really can't support the brand now because I feel like they're frustrating now. Good. Sorry for lack of typing. Just been lurking in streams recently. Hey, you don't have to apologize, man. I hope things have been well though, man. For real. I don't know if you've been streaming as much these days, but I hope you're still enjoying the hobby, man. AMD GPU softwares are so shitty. I cannot deal with the AMD stuff, like I said. I am just over it. Fully over it. Also, you know what I uninstalled last night because I was just having my third day full of software issues? Or not software issues, just graphic issues. I uninstalled Star Wars. I can't play it. It's just impossible. Like, it just bugs out every 2 seconds. And then the gameplay loop, listen, I'm going to be... I have to curse and swear here, and I apologize. It is fucking bad, dude. Like, I was playing that first stealth mission that they make you infiltrate this, one of the gang things. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to play stealth because I didn't want to play a stealth fucking game. But in their infinite wisdom, in all of their stealth video games that Ubisoft has ever made, they're like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make the worst stealth mission possible. So I went to go play this stealth mission, and it's just like, it's bugged. One of the biggest problems about the stealth mission is the NPCs. They can spot you from a mile away. I don't even understand the path I have to take in the game because they don't really make it clear. And then the other problem with it is the NPCs. Sometimes you'll look at, okay, there's one NPC, I can go for a stealth takedown. So I walk up to this one NPC, right? I walk up to it. So here, kind of show you from here. I'm walking up. I click V, stealth takedown. So the animation starts. The character moves over to a little bit to the right. Suddenly, another NPC was literally stacked on top of that NPC. And then you get instantly caught. Because of buggy NPCs that are just the same animation, same model, same everything stacked on top of each other. So this is what sent me over the edge last night, and I said, I'm not playing this game anymore. I failed the stealth mission like 12 times. It was so time-consuming to do because of dumb little problems. So I go... the last time I tried, I got the farthest I ever did, and I went to go do my stealth takedown. I said, please, I hope to God there's not two NPCs here. I went to go do the takedown. Two NPCs were stacked on top of each other. I went to go do the takedown, and I said, fuck it, maybe I'll give it another shot. As I'm doing the takedown, my game starts stuttering, and it's like... And I said, fuck this, dude. There's like another NPC calling me out. He was like fucking in the other guy. The game's stuttering like crazy. I was like, this is slop, bro. This is legitimately slop. And I'm like, I don't even know how people rated this. Like the user reviews, I don't even understand how they're at 60%. In my humble opinion, this game is like, maybe like, it should be like 2 out of 10 as of right now, with all the issues that they've had on launch. Terrible, dude. So you can send Nix to do it, but like, you get thrown off sometimes because NPCs are stacked on top of each other. So that's like the core issue there. It's just like bugs. It's not even the gameplay itself, it's just bugs. Plus, I don't want to be forced into playing a stealth mission. Like, I never signed up to play Don't Get Caught by Enemies Star Wars Edition. Like, it's just not fun to me. Like, I didn't ask for that in the game, you know? Like, that's not the game I want to play. And sure, you can argue that's maybe then don't play the game. Then yeah, I just won't. I got rid of it last night. I unsold it. It crashed like 4 times while I was playing last night. It was a terrible, buggy mess as I was playing. So I had enough. And I said, screw it. I am not playing anymore. Alright. Let's solder in the keyboard. People are too nice about the stuff IMO. It's like a 1 out of 10. The scale is meaningless. I would say the only reason it gets a 2 is because I like the world design. So far from what I've seen. That's the only reason I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. But for me, though, it is not a complete game. It forces you to do things in the game that I'd rather not do. It does not feel like an open world game yet at all. In the 3 hours I put into it. 4 hours, whatever it was. The menus don't even make sense. I just don't like it. It's just not my thing. And maybe someone else will find enjoyment from it, but like, Jesus, dude, Ubisoft with these game-breaking bugs is crazy. Just give Star Wars to Capcom and have them make a fighting game? Yeah. If Ubisoft were able to use a brain, they would release a Star Wars fighting game that used 4 honor system. No, I don't think it has anything to... I don't know. I just don't even... I don't know. I just don't know what the hell they're even doing with Star Wars anymore. Like, they're just trying so hard, but they're pumping... Everything Star Wars lately has just been crap. I need to check out Space Marine 2. I mean, that's what I'm going to end up going with, too. I think Ubisoft in general hasn't made a good game in a long time. Some decent ones here and there, but they've fallen so far in quality and QA. Well, that was my thing, because I thought to myself, I'm like, Jesus, like, who played through this mission in quality testing and was like, this is a great mission. People will have a lot of fun with all these bugs. And it's not like the mission's too far from the start of the game. It's like literally the first major mission that you do. Anyways, that's my rant today. Space Marine 2 feels like it was designed for the older consoles, and that it had a campaign, co-op missions, PvP, very standard but very well done. But I kind of love that, though. Like, I'm kind of tired of open world games, to be honest. They're all done so poorly. Even if Ubisoft released a game with no bugs, the games would still be mediocre. You know, I don't disagree with that. They aren't listening to the fans ever since Disney bought, and it's been so frustrating, so I don't spend much time indulging myself in new Star Wars content anymore, which is sad because Star Wars is my childhood and still a huge part of who I am. Same here. I agree with that sentiment, and I think I feel the exact same way you do, man. Shit, how long are we... Oh, shit. I didn't even realize. We've been streaming a while, guys. I apologize if you guys want to see this board built, and I'm yapping. I find myself going back to more retro games these days. Been enjoying Octopath 2 these days on the Switch. I don't blame you, though. Some of the older games are just so well polished that it makes more sense to go back to the old ones. Let's switch views here. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate was really good. I enjoyed Baldur's Gate. a wide linear game segmented by acts. I would also agree. I don't think Baldur's Gate feels too open world to me. Sorry guys, I'm just going to concentrate on soldering in here. A few little things. Armored Core 6 is my game of the year. I have a lot of friends who really enjoy Armored Core, and they all loved it. As a mecha fan, Armored Core 6 was an absolute delightful game. Yeah, my friends all said the same thing. Like, everyone I knew who played Armored Core was just like, dude, this is the game this year for us. Mecha fan approved. It's not that they don't listen to the money, sadly, as long as keep earning more each quarterly. I mean, we'll see. I have a really strong suspicion that Star Wars is kind of on its way out. Because even that new show didn't do as well as they thought it was going to do. I don't know how well Outlaws will do. Maybe it just needs polishing and then, you know, kind of take off. But we'll see kind of where the fan base is at afterwards. But I don't think the game right now in its current state deserves more than like a 2 out of 10. Do you know about a Alice style keyboard which is available at the moment that's actually good? The Neo Ergo. I would pick up one of those. That is probably your best bet. If you want something more premium, I wouldn't say there's a whole crap ton out. Maybe the Virgo FLX. That is probably the most premium one you can probably get. Could be a case of oversaturation, like how the whole Marvel Universe stuff has become. Yeah, Marvel is very oversaturated. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Also, thank you guys for all the follows and stuff too, guys. And all the subs and whatnot. I appreciate it. Like I said, we're giving a keyboard away a day here if we hit the goals. And if not, we carry over the goals to the next stream. All these media companies are living from the names they own. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Call of Duty. Yeah. The best EA game they released in years was the Dead Space remake. Yeah, I mean, people are kind of just carrying a torch based off of the name for sure. Is it worth $700? Which one, Replica? The Virgo? I mean, the Virgo's really nice. I would say it's worth the money. Personally. It is definitely pricey though. It's a premium product. Alright, I think we're done soldering everything in here. Think keyword. That was a lot to solder. That really was. That is a long PCB. Alrighty. Let's move this to the side. Let's put away a few things, and then let's start disassembling this keyboard case. Alrighty. Oh, the compensator? The one that Diego built, that really, 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 really long keyboard? Was that an actual product that was being sold, by the way? Keychron looks to have some decent Alice options. So, I need to tell you guys something. Keychron's weird. So Keychron basically released this advertisement today. I will show you guys. So someone sent this to me because they have this as a running ad. I don't know if you guys are like really into kind of my photography, but this is the ad that they released today. It's just interesting. Keychron's really interesting. Looks familiar. Yeah. Just interesting. It's reminiscent. Keychron, they've really kind of, I mean, I said this a few months ago too. They've really kind of, gone downhill with some stuff. So I have a cement cube, and if you guys kind of here, I'll show you guys. Let me load up my Instagram here. Let me show you guys. Here. So I take these photos on cement cubes, and I have been for a very long time now. So I just thought it was funny. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. I just thought it was funny. It was just cute, you know? That's all. Alright, let me stop sharing this now. I feel like they're too big of a company to be running a Kickstarter. I mean, that's another problem on its own. I wholeheartedly agree. It's kind of like, remember when Glorious was like running a fucking group buy for Switches? Which was interesting. After they said that they would never do that. I'm gonna take your cube, better watch out, Alex. Leave my cube alone. Why is the keyboard upside down? Which one? One day you have to show us the cube. It is a small cement cube. Alright, so I actually don't know which mounting style the owner would prefer. I don't think they put a preferred one here. But apparently the O-rings are actually quite tough to put on, which I'm concerned about. So we shall see. Let's get the daughterboard in first here. Are there any Keychron employees in this chat? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Yeah, like I said, I'm not actually upset or anything. I don't give a shit. I just thought it was so funny. Different bits for this. Top O-ring dual test. I don't know if a dual test will work in this. I feel like it might not, because it might sit a smidge too tight against everything. The O-rings aren't that bad. Oh, are the O-rings just not fun in this board? Smell test? This is a gorgeous board, by the way. I wish I knew this released. Like, I didn't even know this came out. This is something that flew past me, flew past my radar. Really wish I knew this came out. Oh, they aren't that bad to put on. So what do? We just put them around here? So, I'm assuming the way we do this is they kind of just sit on these. Okay, this is not that bad. We just got to take our time. That's all. I'm surprised they didn't put like a little slot or a hook for these to sit in, like I've seen on other releases like this. They can slip a little. Yeah, it's not terrible though. Like I'm not like wholeheartedly hurt by this. This is not bad. Pretty easy. You just gotta take your time. It's like a gasket O-ring indeed. We've seen this a few times on other boards, and usually I actually quite like this O-ring style mounting system. I think the Hex did this too, right? And the Hex was like a very underrated board. If I was to produce my own keyboard, which company would I work with? I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I would want to work with Novel Keys because I trust everyone from Novel Keys wholeheartedly. But I mean, a lot of the sponsors I work with and just people who sponsor my content, like the people who I legitimately, you know, care about, I would say I trust the majority of them. Like I would handle a group buy or some sort of in-stock run from anybody. But I think for me it just makes the most sense because I just really like novelties. One of these flew off here. Definitely a bit of a workout here. Now there is going to be an O-ring underneath the space bar, and I'm kind of thinking maybe we just take that off, but let's try it with it on to start. And if the space bar doesn't sound too good, we can remove these two over here. Oh my goodness. I left the ones on the space bar off. I think you can bottom out, but if you press really hard. Did you prefer yours with it off? Maybe we can just remove it off now. If that's the case, maybe we don't even bother. Two rings. Okay, let's just remove it then. Because I already know that I'm probably gonna. It'll probably loosen up the spacebar a smidge, which is my preferred. Then we can see what the client wants afterwards. I think they're sort of watching right now. I don't think I even tried to bother with them on. That's good to hear then. That means it was really good you didn't even have to. All right. No, that's not going to bottom out. Ooh, this looks fun. Let's screw this all together. There's that missing screw that went flying in transit. Do you have any tips or tricks lubing vintage blacks? I'm getting my first batch in here soon. Oh, the number one thing I'm going to tell you right now, dude. The number one thing, do what Gio just said. Very light coat of lube. And are they new old stock or are they going to be like used? Yeah, I agree with exactly what Gio said. Go very light because those do have a very distinctive sound profile. If they're new old stock, actually here, you know what? Regardless if they're new old stock or if they're used vintage switches, crack one open at a time and do not get the top housing mixed up from the bottom housing. Just keep everything assembled like one piece. If this came like this, don't mix it from another part. Like, don't try to, like, you know, cheat it by opening all the switches and putting it in like a box. Just do one at a time. That is the number one. I would say maybe in my book, even more important than lubing it lightly. But yeah, I would say maybe, you know what? Fuck it. That and lubing it lightly are really important. Oh my God, Gio. Please. Have you guys seen Gio? Gio's muscles are gigantic, bro. I just want to say that he's more devilishly handsome. That's good to know ahead of time. Yeah, like just make sure you're doing that because I think that's super important when you're assembling the vintage switches. I'd honestly just lube the stems. Yeah, don't... I hate saying this because I feel like there's a lot of good tutorials. Just follow the tutorial that I have because I feel like that probably works the best for vintage, which is just lube the tops, like just the stems. Don't touch the bottom housings. Don't touch the top housings. Film, spring swap them for sure. Keep everything as one and just add a little bit of lube on the stem. And then you can add more if you feel the need to. It's not super important. You're not going to want to, trust me. But if you need to, you can add more afterwards. You got films and springs? Perfect. Also, be prepared for a few of them to not work. I'm going to tell you that right now. If they're really old, some of them might just be dead on arrival. So you might want to give everything a smidge of a test beforehand as well. Okay, you got 30 extras? Perfect. Because those, for me anyways, mine were all fucked up. That's cute. They have like a little thank you note here. I like this. That's cute. Typface makes some interesting products. Oof, this is a nice looking keyboard, man. Hey guys, I'm not gonna front. This looks real pretty. This is like that perfect simple design with a nice little accent, thin bezels. This looks real nice, dude. I'm a little jealous of this one. Yeah, the accent, I don't know if you guys can really see that. That is really good looking on this. This is very demure, yes. Cherry lip on this, thin bezels, cool little accent. Internal weights, very minimal. Even this stepped back piece with the logo, like this looks excellent, dude. Yeah, it reminds me of the fluted copper for sure. It's very pretty, dude. As someone who spent time hunting West German Vints, don't bother unless you really want to jump to the deep end. Well, vintage switches vary a lot, so you got to really like find the one that you want. But there is a lot of variation that can happen with that. I don't. Is deep field even in here? You guys want? Someone said deep field. Zane did. I don't know if I have deep field available to put on this at the moment. No, I don't. Let me see what else I have. I'm just gonna go with an available keycap set today, opposed to digging one up. I don't have that set, unfortunately. Toxic. What would look good on this? Actually, do I want to put this on? I'm thinking. Hold on one second. I'm thinking. You know, I have a good idea, actually. Where did I put that set now? Where is it? I'm thinking FTRO. High key, I think this would look real pretty on this. I could do the latest Key Machine set, but I think FTRO might be a really, really pretty looking set for this. Boneyard? I love Boneyard. Alex, do you do a lot of work to mod switches? Would you prefer if you could just buy them for slightly cheaper without springs and without lube, especially as you touch them up? I mean, that's a really good, interesting idea. I don't know how viable that is, though. Because a lot of the times, like, I find more and more the springs are getting better and better. I'm not going to do the alert row on this. I just kind of want to put all the gray on this today. No alert row. It's a pretty cool idea though, V-Rex. I don't mind the idea. Let's tune the spacebar first here. I'll go in and tune all the rest of the stabs afterwards, but for now, let's just do the spacebar. So we're doing the O-ring, which it seems like a few other people own this board in chat all said the O-ring seemed to be maybe the better choice. Damn, I think this is gonna be really nice. Hi Frank, how you doing? I thought you had 2 key combo sets from Unity, including machine. Oh wait, I do have that set. Have I used that set yet? You're right, I have that set, I haven't used it. I will use that next time, Toxic. You know what, I promise you, next build we do, we'll use that one there. That I'm allowed to use my own keycap set. You're right, I do have that, I forgot about it. I totally blanked. I'm like, no, I don't think I have that. Good, I'm not insane? No, you're not. I'm just wrong here. What are my thoughts on not lubing the very top of the rails? So, I have actually done that from time to time on certain switches that I want to be louder. And yeah, that's actually in my tutorial, Fried. That's actually one of my like optional bits that I tell people to, you know, leave blank if you don't want a switch that kind of has a softer top out, you know what I mean? My backspace stab gets stuck when I press down on the keycap. Do you think it's because I over-lubed it? Has it always been an issue, or is this like a new issue? But yeah, Fried, I personally think that if you like that, more power to you, man. Because I think that I think there are certain switches I prefer to not do that to. It's just right now as I build this. Are you building this too right now? The same. Oh no, wait, no, you said your own board. You might have installed it wrong. It could also be, like, what stabs are we talking about? Are they screw in or clip in? Are you positive that other, like, can you try putting the shift on it and see if the shift actuates properly? Is it just a keycap? We need to ask a whole bunch of questions here. Neo Ergo clip-ins. And then if you try a different keycap on there that fits on the stabs, does it work? This is a nice gray. Yeah, I had a feeling. I looked at this side. I'm like, you know, this could actually work really well with this. Ooh, this is a bit of a deeper sounding board, huh? I kind of like that, actually. I love the cherry lip into the side chamfer. No, this board here was done super well. It's very thoughtful. Like, yeah, the chamfer that kind of just blends in with the cherry lip. I love when boards do that. Like I said, this is a very pretty keyboard. Extremely, dude. Should I spring swap Milky Yellows? So, I've heard the recent batches of Milky Yellows have gotten, not an upgrade springs, but, you know, for lack of a better word, like they got more updated springs put inside of them, and I've heard they're really good. And recently, I did some switches for a friend, and I used Milky Yellows and left the stock springs in, and I was genuinely pretty impressed. The Neo Ergo stabs were trash compared to the Neo 80. Is it like a different batch or something? That's the first I'm hearing of that. I just didn't clip it all the way. No, the clip shouldn't matter when it comes to actuating. I'm not too sure, to be honest. That's a tough one to kind of diagnose without actually having the board in hand. And I don't really feel comfortable giving you advice when I feel like we're just gonna go through every option possible, and it's gonna be an exhausting process. That's tough. I would just uninstall them and then maybe just use a different set of stabs in that case if you're having problems. Might be a bit of a pain in the ass, but probably the best solution that you can probably do. What am I looking for? A function. And then I feel so accomplished living my first set of switches. Such a great feeling. It is. It's a good feeling, right? I can agree. I think it's an excellent feeling. Thanks for the help, though. I got it fixed. Oh, what was the issue then? Was it the switch? Was it, just for my knowledge as well? And then what goes up here? It's... God, I never remember the order of what actually goes up here. It's... Oh no, literally just this order over here. Never mind, we'll just steal it from here. Alright, alright. This looks pretty good. I like the way this board looks, dude. This looks super nice. This is close to being a full size. Man, this is sick. This is really nice, dude. Also has LED cutouts for num. Oh, do they have LED cutouts? Like you can install your own? This is truly like an elegant looking keyboard. It's going to be deep though. I like that. So these are Cherry Hyperglides. They're lubed and filmed. We only mil-max the spacebar. That spacebar already sounds delicious. The spacing between the rows slightly larger than normal? No, it looks pretty normal to me. I wouldn't say it's any out of the norm. Super quiet? I don't think this is quiet, guys. Like, I'm looking at the volume levels right now, and this is about my speaking voice. The top arrow? No, I mean, it looks pretty normal to me. I think it's just an illusion by the shadows and whatnot. All right, let's take a look. This is half plate, carbon fiber half plate. Ooh. Little HJ test. What's up, Simon? How you doing? The Apple event was amazing. Apple introduced Hall effect keyboard starting at $150. I know you're capping right now, Hubert.
The Apple event was amazing. Apple introduced a Hall effect keyboard for $150 starting.
Did you see the Apple event where they added clicky keys to an iPhone? My phone does that too. I already had clicky keys. I didn't watch the Apple event. I was here streaming. What do you mean? No, I think the client made good choices here for this. I really like the way this sounds. It has like a nice... It almost doesn't sound... It almost sounds like a bit of a top note, even though it's not a top note right now. You are streaming the Apple event? This is pre-recorded. We know your secrets. It feels very close to a top-down sound signature. I actually really like the spacebar on this. Yeah, the thin bezels. Need to tune these particular stabs up over here. Thin bezels. Really simple design here too. I like this one here. Yeah, I like this a lot. I mean, I think this probably makes, for me even, I don't think I'd go with a flipped numpad. I think I'm just so used to how this works. So personally, this just makes the most sense for me. Yeah, I'm with Fried on this. I don't think I'd flip this personally. Even if I'm using my left hand, like I still know that this is the side with the big keys. You know what I mean? This turned out really nice though. It's very comfortable to type on too, just because how low the front height is. What's your favorite keyboard you've built this year? There's a lot, dude. Can you try it without the desk pad? Yeah, of course. Favorite keyboard though? I don't know. That's tough to say. The numpad on the left makes a lot more sense. You know, a lot of people say that. A lot of people tend to say that exact same thing. It's kind of nice on no desk pad, huh? This spacebar is deep. Like, that is a thud, dude. It has like a good top end too. Whew. I like this spacebar a lot. Like, a lot, dude. I love that little thud. Let's make sure our client likes it too. Oop. We might try top mount here in a second, depending on what the client wants. It's a big board, needs a thump. Yeah. Give us a little numpad flare. I need to tune the stabs on the numpad though a little bit. A lot of tuning on this board I have to do after the fact. I love this spacebar on this though. Are we get more numpads in the future boards? Go ahead and give the top mount a go. We're doing it. You know, it's weird. This is one of the few keyboards where I think this looks more elegant with nothing happening on the bottom other than this like little scroll over here. This is nice looking. Let me put my desk pad back on. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, who cares? We'll do it later. I mean, top mount could sound real good on this, by the way. Exposed screws are a win. Always, dude. I don't fudge around with no hidden screws personally. There's only a few boards that suits. Only a little bit. This is already kind of a top mount sound. I do agree. I actually do think this sounds really top mount, even with the O-rings installed. That's from Hebe. All my boards have hidden screws. Yeah, it's just something I don't prefer. Not my usual cup of tea. Get rid of all these O-rings on it. You know, I have a weird feeling we're really gonna like the top mount here. I mean, it's a plastic plate technically. Well, not really, but it'll feel like a plasticky plate. It's a, what is it? FR4 resin plate, something you want to call it like that. But it's close enough to like a plasticky plate that we'll probably end up really liking the top mount. I have a feeling. I just tried mine without a desk pad. The space went from a kind of deep clack to a hard thud. It sounds. Sometimes you get this hugely different sound signature depending on how you build your board, or what surface you put your board on, rather. I don't know if I'd want to try both on this, if I'm being real. I feel like both might be a bit too much. Although... Yeah, okay. I was about to say, did they put mounting points too close to the spacebar? And I don't think they did. Desk is wood, IKEA countertop. Oh, the one you're typing on? The cat on your screw tray is really cute. Thank you. I wonder if the intention here, though, is we can just kind of put however many top mounts we want here. But I'll add them all, just because I feel like it's not going to take away too much from the board. I'm genuinely curious to see how this is going to sound, though. Resist not putting the spacebar screws. Well, I don't think we need to worry about these two because they're just sitting... I mean, I would have preferred maybe these a little further away, but... Last Sept Demon, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. We'll put these ones here on for now. I think they're in a good spot, but I could be wrong. I have a feeling this is going to have a bit more bite to it in terms of a sound signature on the desk pad, which is probably going to be more up my alley. But I have to admit, though, rings did sound pretty nice. And thank you, everyone, for the subs today. I really appreciate the support, guys. Thank you, thank you. Love you all. What's my favorite Switch of all time? Ooh. Depends on what I'm building. But I like cherry switches. Actually, no, I'm lying. I think right now, if I'm going to be... I think my favorite Switch right now is Milky Yellows. Gatoron Milky Yellows. That is my absolutely favorite Switch at the moment. Nixies are really good too, but I feel like I prefer Milky Yellows in more builds than I do Nixies. But when Nixies hit, they really hit, dude. I mean, I love roses still. There's nothing wrong with KTT roses. I just prefer my Milky Yellows right now. That's all. I go through little phases. Happy to be here. Dude, thank you, man. So, Zinhai switches, believe it or not, are one of the few HMX switches that I actually personally feel like they're too plasticky. But there's like a cult following behind those Zinhai switches. Some people will tell me I am so wrong in thinking that, which is totally fair. Sometimes all of our perceptions of sound could be a little bit different. But yeah, not one of my favorite HMXs, but I get why people really like them. The macchiatos are a different travel distance as well, so... Okay, the spacebar already sounds super different. Let's put the desk pad back on. Longboards are so cool. I don't mind the occasional... I don't like this one as much. I'm gonna be real. I like the O-ring better. Nah, not really it. You know, I was really hoping this would have a bit more like pop to it overall. I think the O-rings did a better job on that, if I'm being real. It has a smidge of resonance too, which is to be expected with a top mount. Yeah. Mo, were you thinking the opposite? Because I was kind of actually thinking the opposite too. I'm like, oh, I'm probably really gonna like the top mount on this. Yeah, top mount is a bit dry. I think dry is a good way to put it, Fried. It feels a bit dry on this one. The O-ring sounded had a lot of character. They had a lot of thud and bass to it. Yeah, I agree. Is Cherry MX keycaps the best for typing in your opinion? Really depends on what you're gonna go for. I think Cherry keycaps are just more readily available as well. But some people argue that MT3 is better or some other profile is better for them. I think it's also a very personal choice. I was at first too? Yeah. Well, I'll switch back for you after we're done here. Because I think the O-rings did sound better. So we'll put these back on afterwards. I'll take it apart again. A beautiful board. Do you mind if I take a few photos of it before I send it back? I can send you the photos in full resolution if you'd like to. Because I think this would have some very pretty photos. MTNU is also very good too. Thanks for giving it a try. Yeah, I'm genuinely shocked. I really thought the top mount would sound a little bit better than the O-rings in this case. Genuinely. Not at all go for it? No, this turned out sweet. What a beautiful looking keyboard. This is sweet looking.
31 months.
Thank you, Seth.
What do we even celebrate at this point? Wow, wow, wow. Hope you're having a great day, Alex.
So far, so good. Can't really complain. Pretty standard day, I think, Seth. I think I have a lot of stuff I need to get done, though, today. Like a lot of emails and correspondence stuff, which it's not that I'm not looking forward to it. It's just sometimes I have to read through a lot of like emails that are not keyboard. Nothing's keyboard related here, but sometimes it's a little boring. But other than that, pretty good day. How was your day, Seth? Looking so... Dude, this keyboard looks so good. Like, I really gotta hand it to them. This is very up my alley, like, aesthetic-wise. All the conspiracies sent to me. Yeah, I know. Bro, that guy on the top right looks so good, too. This? Thanks, Fried. Appreciate it, man. I have a privacy policy for an app I might try to use. You have your reading one? Oh my god. Well, you choose a keycap set that's very complementary to the case theme. Yeah, I have to admit, this does look really good on this case. Hence why I want to take some pictures of this. Because I think this is a very good combination. Where's my mouse? It's going well, about to head into the office to flash 2,000 PCBs. God damn. For what? Finished building your Sonnet yesterday. What a freaking banger. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, what'd you end up going with mounting-wise? Did you use the standard ones there? The bezel and chamfer proportions on look so pretty on this board. Yeah. Also, Mo, you did a great job on lubing the switches too. I'm gonna give you credit where credit's due. Because I know you said you were not so much worried about it, but I think you did a great job. Genuinely. Genuinely did an excellent job here. Room tour right now. No, actually, you know what? Let's not do it today, because the more I'm looking, the more I'm like, fuck, there's a lot of shit. And I actually have some documents over here, too, that I don't feel like moving around. Let me do it again tomorrow. We did do it the day before for the, what was it, the Albedo stream. But I'll do a quick room tour afterwards. Let's do that after, just because I don't really feel like moving around all that stuff. Yeah, also a little bit of a longer stream. This is the first time and possibly the only time I will ever think that keycap looks good. Really? I think this keycap set looks excellent. FTRO is a good looking set. Genuinely, it turned out nice. It's a nice looking keyboard. God, it's so long though. Alright though, guys. I'm a little tired here. I'm also starving. I'm gonna go get some food started here. I'm starving right now. I've not been a fan until now. Might change my mind. This set looks great on silver. It has a few good use cases. I feel like this would also look good on like yellow, obviously, or orange. But genuinely, this on silver, this keycap set, is phenomenal. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Let's go find someone quick to raid. I don't know who's online, though. Is anyone building keyboards? I don't think anyone is. Anyone see anyone building keyboards today? Let's see. Let's just raid Boom. Or you know what? Let's raid a Prees. I haven't seen a Prees on in a little while. All right, guys. We love a Prees. This guy's an awesome Apex player. Love this guy. I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you guys. I hope you have an excellent, excellent day. Oh, where did my raid go? All right, there it is. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye, and love you. See you, everybody.